Most expensive films ever made. Blessings to all our blessed ones family. Are you ready to find out which are the most expensive films ever made? In this video, we're going to tell you about the top 10 most expensive films ever made. Grab onto your phone, turn up your volume, focus tight, and enjoy this fun, empowering video we created for your enjoyment and to expand your knowledge base. Here we go! If you haven't yet subscribed, make sure you join the family so you don't miss any of the fun content we make for your empowerment. Ride with us on this cinematic journey as we give you a tour of the most expensive films ever made till date. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that bell icon to keep on exploring. Keep watching to learn some mind-blowing facts. And without wasting any time, let's get straight into our video. Number 10. The Chronicles of Narnia, Prince Caspian is the 10th most expensive film that has ever been made. It was released in 2008. This movie was made from the super popular children's book series by C.S. Lewis. To cut some costs on this million-dollar film, and due to high tax credits, it was decided to shoot in the United Kingdom. The reason for such an expensive production budget was because of the creation of the fantasy world of Narnia. There were 200 carpenters involved in building the set. Not only this, there were 7,000 props used for the movie. The production team had to hire 35 people just for the prop making. The movie cost $225 million. It paid off in the end. The Chronicles of Narnia Prince Caspian made over $419 million. Number 9.
Let them be crushed. One blow.
At number 9 stands the Hollywood movie John Carter. John Carter was released in 2012. It is about a prince on Mars. This 9th most expensive Disney movie was, however, a flop. The earning of the movie was so mediocre that Disney questioned the filming techniques and production expenses of the movie. As for John Carter, everything could have been a much lesser budget. The production cost of this movie was a whopping $250 million. And unfortunately, it was only able to earn around $282 million, most of which came from overseas. Number 8. At number 8, we have the 2005 remake of the 30s classic KingKong. This amazing movie had amazing special effects and great performances. It won 3 Academy Awards for Best Sound Editing, Best Sound Mixing, and Best Visual Effects. The initial budget for KingKong was $150 million, but it ended up costing $100 million more. The movie was produced for $250 million and was able to do a box office earning of around $550 million. Number 7.
Wow, I could get used to a view like this. Yep, guys, I want a castle.
I'm a guy with some simple dreams. Are you guarding this?
Yeah. Huh?
Haha! But on this day, I was just looking for a place to escape. Then it hit me.
Do you remember the long-haired girl stuck in the tower from your childhood fairy tales? It's Rapunzel. The Disney 2012 version of the story Rapunzel was shown in the movie Tangled. To make the movie's name more gender neutral, the initial name of the movie was Rapunzel, and then later changed to Tangled. It took 6 years to produce this movie. This is a 3D animated movie and happens to be the world's most expensive animated movie ever. The complex hand-drawn animations, CG, and the struggle to make Rapunzel's hair were the major reasons for such high costs. The production cost of Tangled was $260 million. The movie was able to bring in over $585 million. Are you enjoying the video? Which movie is your favorite so far? Share with us in the comments. And keep watching because we're about to tell you some interesting information next. Number 6. At number 6 we have a cinematic masterpiece, Avatar. It was released in 2009. It was one of the most hyped movies at the time of its release, mainly because of the technology used and the fact that it was directed by James Cameron. the person who also directed another cinematic masterpiece, Titanic, in 1997. And not to a lot of surprise, it became one of the highest-grossing movies of all time, grossing more than $2 billion at the box office. The director, James Cameron, plans to make 3 sequels of the movie, which have been pushed several times over the years. Avatar's production cost was around $237 million, and it brought in a crazy amount of $2 billion. Number 5.
This place has known magic. Very dark. Very powerful. This time, I cannot hope to destroy it alone.
Are you a Potterhead? Because this one's for you. Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince takes the spot at number 5. It was released in 2009. Harry Potter movies have a crazy fan base that makes them a big success. This movie broke the records in terms of highest grossing. It stayed on top for 5 days straight. To keep up with the fans' expectations, the production budget for it was huge. Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince cost $285 million. But can you imagine how much it earned? More than $900 million. Number 4. Justice League is the 4th most expensive film in history. It was released in 2017. The actual director stepped back from directing Justice League due to the death of his daughter. Joss Whedon took the responsibility for the completion of the movie. Several changes were made in the script, and even some scenes were reshot. Justice League cost a hefty amount of $300 million in production. The film was able to make over $657 million. Are you excited to find out the top 3 most expensive films? Let's see what they are. Number 3.
What would you do? What would any of you be willing to do? Would you brave the weird and haunted shores at world's end to fetch back Witty Jack?
Did no one come to save me just because they missed me?
Pirates of the Caribbean, At World's End, stands at number 3. It was released in 2007. Not only did this movie have the highest budget, it was also one of the highest grossing. The profits were triple the budget. The most interesting thing about this movie is that different scenes were filmed in different parts of the world. These locations include Port Royal, Isla de Muerta, Tortuga, Palma Costa, Singapore, and more. Pirates of the Caribbean, At World's End, is an all-time successful movie with a production cost of $300 million. And it was able to bring in more than $963 million. At number 2, we have Avengers Age of Ultron.
I'm gonna show you something beautiful. Everyone screaming for mercy. You want to protect the world, but you don't want it to change. You're all puppets, tangled in strings.
It was released in 2015. It is the 11th film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Directed by Joss Whedon, this movie had a huge fan base. This sequel of The Avengers earned less than expected. It still happens to be in the top 10 highest-grossing films ever made. Avengers Age of Ultron cost a budget of around $377 million. The film made a crazy $1.4 billion in earnings. Number 1.
Death lies before us as we sail to the fountain of youth.
You could guide an expedition. You are Jack Sparrow.
There should be a captain in there somewhere.
At number 1 stands the Pirates of the Caribbean On Stranger Tides. It was released in 2017. The movie had outstanding music and special effects, and huge acting salaries. However, people are not a big fan of this movie in the series. It got the lowest audience score among all the others in the series. The movie cost $378.5 million. Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides was able to pull in more than $1 billion at the box office. And that's all for today. We hope you enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for more amazing content. Thank you for watching, subscribing, and liking our content. Stay blessed, my brothers and sisters.